Hello, hello, hello. Am I audible? Okay, I think I had myself on the TV, so I think I am audible. I shall just wait for a few more people to jump in. Hi, my name is Gladys Miss GK. Welcome to today's live. Let me know who is watching me today. And yeah, I hope you all are good. I hope I haven't forgotten to use StreamYard. If I have, am I loud enough? Okay, I've put my volume up some more. And I hope you can hear me well. So as you can see in today's talk, it's a more personal one. I'm loud enough. Thank you, Nairobi teacher. Yes. You're watching from where? China. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Like I was saying, today is a more personal one. I've kept putting this topic away for so long, and today I was triggered by the newspaper, and I thought to just come and share with you guys. That was on today's national newspaper in Kenya, the Daily Nation, and he was talking about unmasking the faces behind home buying scams. I happen to be one of the people scammed by these people. And that's why I'm saying it's such a personal thing to me. And, you know, on the paper, it shows that the evolution of these real estate companies have an interesting connection. Officials of a company accused of taking millions from investors for no houses delivered move to another firm that continues with the trade. That is unfortunately what they do. One person starts a company, scams people, closes the company down, and then they go open a different company, and the cycle continues. That is what these people have been doing for us diasporans. And it's gotten to a point where it is so bad and so much is happening. One of the guys that was put on that article is this gentleman. Oh, I wish I can be able to expand it. Yes, Mr. Egidio Kinyanjui. Egidio Kinyanjui was the managing director for Banda Homes. Then he left Banda Homes and joined Wilstone Homes. And then is still doing the same thing. So, like, it's just the same cycle. And that's what is really, really like, really paining most of us, that these people do that. You find somebody just keeps changing. They just keep changing companies from one company to a different company. Where is my other guy? Let me find my other guy. And actually, what I keep asking myself is, how come the government does not do anything about it? How come there are no rules in place where they make sure that if somebody opens a company and they've swindled people money, that they cannot be able to do that to another person, you know? So it's really, really it really becomes very, very, very sad that these people keep just doing the same thing. Now, the other guy who was put on the paper is Patrick Muchoki. Let me see if I can find Patrick Muchoki. All right. Here is Patrick Muchoki. And for Patrick Muchoki, he was the managing director of Mahiga Homes Limited, or rather, he still is the managing director of Mahiga Homes Limited. And he's accused of taking millions from investors without delivering the homes. And this is not a matter of allegedly. I'm not talking about allegations. I'm talking about things that are happening. Mahiga Homes, I know friends of mine, I know more than like 6 people. And among the people who like this was happening to them were not having like one houses. They were having like 2, 3 homes that they have finished paying. Mahiga Homes, some units were like 2 blocks. And what these people do is they do the off-plan projects. So they come in, the investors are pretty much the ones who are doing the project. The home buyers are the ones who are pretty much financing the project. Meka Mosoti, welcome. It's true that one of them is in the US selling land. Yes, and they're still selling land. They are still selling land and selling properties. And that's why for me, anytime I've really talked about this so much on my Facebook, but I've not done it on my YouTube because I wanted my YouTube to be just more on my other things, but not, not such things. This is not what I really wanted to do on my YouTube, but I decided to do it for awareness purposes. Like, people need to be aware of these people. Like, literally, people need to know what these people do. Most of them go unpunished, completely unpunished, completely. Asalimiwe, yes. Tafadhali, guys, mkiweza kuwasalimia, tafadhali, go ahead mwasalamie. Because this is what these people do. Can you imagine? Mahiga Homes did people so bad. So bad. Now, the one that pains me the most, and that's why I've left it for last, but before I do that, I saw this article for Javana on his YouTube. He says here is Jeremy Damaris. So, and this is the thing, and this is the other problem. Somebody like Damaris, and so many other people who use their platforms to, sell the land, sell the properties, is what even makes, they make them more believable. He has a media station, and so this guy was putting out and saying that this is a Kenya Diaspora Media, and he's the leading marketing of Winston Homes that has conned unsuspected Kenyans living in diaspora millions of money. Through his YouTube channel and social media accounts, Jeremy Damaris, who poses as a dedicated church elder, a family man, and a philanthropic, convinced his target clients that he's the only remaining genuine realtor, and his company, Winston Homes, is the best. Many trusted him, channeled millions in his bank accounts, hoping to get beautiful homes, but Bwana Jeremy got into a spending spree, bought high-end cars, properties, and organized some charity events through him, Jeremy Damaris Foundation, to maintain trust with his properties and clients. Little did he know that they were dealing with hyenas in sheep clothing. It's estimated that he has milked millions and delivered containers of hot air as homes. Jeremy Damaris joins the list of Gakuyo Real Estate, Lesedi developers, certified homes, and other pyramid schemes that has conned unsuspected investors billions of money. May Wanyois continue resembling his people and open their eyes before wasting their money in the hands of criminals pretending to be holier than thou. And guys, guess what? Unfortunately, that is now the scheme they use. They use church. They use unsuspecting people. They come and, like when you're buying something from somebody who seems and looks like they have money, they become more trustworthy. So that is exactly what they do. They target people by themselves looking like they really got it together. And then they go around using, like, how many times have you seen these people selling homes and using the likes, like, I don't want to mention them, but you guys have seen the number of people they use as, as influencers. How many influencers in Kenya have you seen coming to market for these people land and homes? So many. And now, these are the faces of these people. And then here we have him. Now, this is the one who swindled me money. One, Mr. Peter Nyaga, the managing director of Certified Homes Limited, was the chief executive officer of Mahiga Homes Limited. Remember, we already saw Mahiga Homes was among the people who already are there. So this guy, Peter Nyaga, used to work with Mahiga Homes. Mahiga closed down, and then he came and opened Certified Homes. And then started, like a whole branding, and like he's selling land and he's doing all that, but it's just all a scam. Now, what these people do is simple. Guess what they do? The investors are the ones who buy the land. They come with these beautiful off-plan projects. Off-plan, off-plan everything. But the reality is they don't have the money. They do not have the money. They don't. Like, I even just need to drink a sip of water because my blood boils thinking about how much I have spent on my property and how it is looking right now. Yeah. Should I? No, I was really thinking if I should do this. But you know what? I think I will. From the article today, this is the response we got from Certified Homes Limited. And my God, like honestly, my blood boils. I just get so worked up because these people manage us. They manage us and make us seem like we are, what's the word? It's like we are kids, for lack of a better term. So he says the above matter refers to statement from Certified Homes Limited on the circulating article. The above matter referred, Certified Home Limited is a land selling company as well as affordable housing developer. It is duly registered and started operating in the year 2020. The off-plan model is whereby clients pool resources together to own houses affordable at discounted prices. The clients usually pay monthly installments when a substantial number of clients default in their obligation to pay. It affects the overall outcome and delivery of the project, and this is exactly what happened. The allegations by the Nation newspaper are unfounded and aimed to cause panic to our clients and malicious damage. Guys, do you know we started this project we broke ground in 2019. 2019, 2020. We did a sham handover and we were told the homes were going to be complete by end of 2023. We are in 2025. I'm going to show you guys videos of how the homes look, so just be patient. While the 3 clients out of 38 went to court demanding for the refund of money, they very well know that they entered into an off-plan model whereby for you to get refunded, the developer has to offset the unit first. This is an ongoing case in court and we are limited to talk about it. The claim that the parcel of land is not owned by Certified Homes are false. The land is duly owned by Certified Homes and a copy of the title deed is available for search. To date, the company has delivered over 2,000 title deeds to certified clients. In the month of February, we handed over 48 title deeds to our valuable clients in Abu Dhabi. Certified Homes is in communication and cooperating with the clients in the process of reorganizing the project and the sole aim of completing them as fast as it's particularly possible. We reaffirm our commitment to ensure all the clients are certified with our services. The Certified Home Management asks the National Media Group to apologize and issue clarification and facts by putting the record straight. So you tell me. Let me show you guys how the units look like so that you can kind of understand where we are coming from. I need you guys to have a look at that is the face of Mr. Peter Wanyaga. So let me put him there so that you guys can be aware of who you should really stay away from. It's just so sad. Just so sad. Like, this is how we have been managed. This is how these guys have managed to, like, it's always every time something comes up. You see that the article was written today, and that is the response they're coming up with, to try and make themselves look like that's not what they did. I'm not sure why. Okay, Let me try it a different way. It will not let me. I'll share my screen. Yeah, I think I'll share my screen so that it can just do it, because it will not let me. It will not let me do it. So this is
Certified Homes, KG1, KG2. We were told it will be delivered, and hooray! The grass has grown. No road, nothing complete. But you know what? 2025 is coming, and we thank God for the good health and for all the investors
so you can imagine.
who are suffering like
This is the condition right now of the project. This is literally the condition of the project right now. I'm sharing a post that I did from on my Facebook page last year. And believe it or not, this was December of last year.
me. You know what? 2025, this will be our year. Yep, it's all cricket.
It's just all crickets, like literally it's crickets in that project. Nothing has changed. Nothing. Like, I mean, literally, nothing has changed. This guy is not even communicating with us. For him to even, like, right now, come and pretend that something is happening and to even dare, like, write to us or write the article towards the Nation newspaper calling them out, saying that they need to be apologized to. And do you notice, even in this letter, he did not apologize to us? This guy did not even apologize to us. He's telling the newspaper to apologize to him. Imagine. Yeah. Like, oh my goodness. Let me see if I can be able to add more videos, because I did so many videos on my Facebook page. I did so many. Let me try and see if I can be able to add some more videos here. Guys, you're laughing. Like, it's honestly, you can, like, I laugh too. I do laugh too, because I'm just like, instead of just delivering the project, mind you, remember, this guy did a sham handover. They did a sham handover. Channel, let me see, which one was it? I think, let me see if I can find that video. No, that's not it. That's not it. No, I don't think it's there. But let me.
True.
This Friday. No, that's not it. That is definitely not it. I wish it was about food. I understand, the Ruby teacher. I completely understand. I'm telling you, guys, like, why? You know, so it's just so sad. It is just so, so, so sad. I don't know why this thing will not let me. I've saved some videos here, but it will not let me play them. I wish it could let me play them so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Because I had already saved them ahead of time instead of going to get them from Facebook. I wish it can be able to let me play them. I don't know why it wouldn't let me play them. But pretty much, this is what these people are doing to us. Like, so many diasporans who have invested their properties back home, the majority are crying. None of them is happy. None of them is like, excited about, oh, this is my investment and this is how I'm doing. People are crying. And to think that somebody can come and have the audacity to tell the newspaper to apologize. And then the other thing these guys do is they make sure they have the politicians in their pockets. So that now even the government cannot do anything. They are friends with the police. They are friends with the DCI. They are friends with, all these people that are meant to be protecting us. So you wonder how somebody can get away with not delivering projects where people have paid. Even him saying that most units are not paid is a lie. The majority of the units are fully paid. I fully paid for my unit maybe almost 5 months ahead of time. And we were so many of us who did that. And it's not that he didn't have the money. He had the money, but he definitely misappropriated the money. He definitely misappropriated the money. He definitely did that. I remember me this. I wanted to. Okay. I wasn't sure if I wanted to put that video, but I can put it a little bit so that you guys can kind of have, an idea of how the whole place is. And the problem is it's been sitting like that for months. Months. Months.
falling, and that's it. As you can see, the neighborhood is very developed, but we have a ghost town. There's nobody working here. The last time I checked, there was a meeting, and Certified Homes promised that they'll deliver this project, all of it, in December, on the 30th of December, 2024. You think that can happen? And also, I don't know. The argument was that they'll have people working here in 2 weeks. That is 2 weeks from last week. So they have a few more days to go.
So imagine, this is what these guys did. They promised people that the project would be complete. And that was like she said, 2 weeks from now, 2 weeks from the time Lily was had gone to the project. And so this is now phase 2, which is now the worst hit, because phase 2, this is how it looks. This is literally how phase 2 looks. Like she said, a ghost town, a complete ghost town.
We're hoping to see this place busy again, with construction as it should. But this is just yet another disappointing project that has been left sitting here by Certified Homes. And this is hurting us. This is hurting us. We trusted this project. I trusted this project. We bought into this project knowing there is no way we can end up in a mess like this. All this, everybody who invested here is a Kwitu woman. This was an exclusive Kwitu project. That's both phase 1 and phase 2.
So you can even see, this was my comment when she did the post. And this is one of the roof situations in phase 1. That is the roof situation that I'm playing on, the little part you can see there. Can you imagine? It's painful. It's very, very painful. Very painful.
Welcome to Kwitu Gardens phase 2. As you can see, this is a project that was supposed to be delivered in July of 2023. But here we are. Talk of a ghost town. Let's go. So Kwitu Gardens 2 is a project of 40 units.
So you tell me, do you think that letter is warranted? That the newspaper should be apologizing to Peter Nyaga? Is that letter warranted, honestly? Yeah, it's really, really heartbreaking. Very much heartbreaking. And these guys have just been managing us, lying to us, playing with our psychology, and sending us so many of such letters. Dear esteemed customer, dear esteemed client. Very good English. Very good English, but I feel like, honestly, the Daily Nation did a good thing to expose these people. And I'm really hoping that the government can really, completely bar them from investing anywhere ever again, ever. Because people work so hard. We work so hard. We work tirelessly. You know? We work so hard for now women to come, and you find that this is now the situation. Look at this. This is somebody's. Let me just go back so you guys can kind of see properly and understand. This is somebody's home that has already finished paying for.
Same thing, 3 bedrooms, all en suite with a DSQ, and
that have finished paying for. Look at that. These are units that are completely, fully paid for, guys. Fully paid for. Some of them are like 6 million, some are 7 million Kenya shillings. I think the flat roof, I don't know if it was 8 million. However much they paid, these are units that are supposedly finished to be paid for. And this guy is trying to ask that the newspaper apologize for putting out the article. Like, guys, come on. Yeah. So this is the current situation. And for me, I don't think I would ever feel bad about exposing Peter Nyaga or talking about what he's doing, because even from the many times I talk about whatever is happening, people are still investing. I put up the same, and a friend of mine reached out to me and told me and asked me what they can do because their friend is going to invest with Peter Nyaga. People are still buying into these projects. Like, I don't know. It gets to a point where it's just one is just lost for words, because how we felt to be victims is, I don't know. I can't explain. Everything checked out. Everything, literally everything checked out. Like, I kid you not, everything checked out. Everything checked out. We did our due diligence. I have my title with me, but the unit is not complete. Talking about, inflation, it's an off-plan project, so it depends on if everybody is paying. Like, so why is it that you guys have clearly seen? Let me go back a little bit and show you. The business center, which was pretty much like now what, everybody is paying into, technically, is complete. The business center is complete. So you tell me why. Make it make sense. The business center is complete, yet, on the other hand, we're being told that there was not enough money to finish the project. Asante. Thank you guys for coming. Yeah. So I don't know if I can let's see. I wanted to go back so that I can show you guys. I keep losing where I've opened this thing. The icons keep hiding. Okay, there it is. So in the beginning here, that is the business center. That is complete. So the business center was already paid complete. The money that we were contributing each went towards, finishing that business center, but not to finish our units. The business center, some of them they've not finished selling them. Then somebody is daring to ask the newspaper to apologize. Come on. Yeah, but basically this is the face of the scammers. I'm still going to come back and do another video showing you guys the whole situation of the place. Because the more we talk about such things is the more maybe these guys get afraid, somewhat afraid. But other than that, they don't care. These guys are not afraid. They do not care. Because to them, it's who is my next con? Who is the next person I'm scamming? Hard-earned money just laying there. Anyway, do you guys have any advice for us? Huh? Anywho, other than that, we shall be back to talk about this because I will not be silent. Personally, I, Gladys, will not be silent. Not unless I have my keys in my hands and my unit is complete. I will continue talking. And if Peter Nyaga wants me to be silent, then just deliver the projects or deliver the units to us and we can finish the projects ourselves then. Yeah. And I'm so glad, oh my goodness, whoever put this article on the paper, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate you putting out the project and making people aware of what is going on. I appreciate that. I do. I do. I do appreciate that very much. Otherwise, like I had so much to talk about, but anytime I start talking about this topic, it gets my blood boiling. Like I just feel like I just need to drink water and calm down. It really does get my blood boiling, and I feel so bad because we've worked so hard. We've worked so hard for this project. We have. And for somebody to think that we don't deserve to talk about it, or that we shouldn't be, we shouldn't be asking for help is just mistaken. The thing is with Kenya, when it comes to land buying, everything seems to be okay until you make your last payment. Until you make your final payment is now when hell starts breaking loose. In the beginning, everything checks out. Everything is good. Everything is okay. Until you finish doing your payment. And then, now, things start falling apart. Things start falling apart. That was the article in today's newspaper, and I'm very, very glad you guys can look up. It's, I think, also online. You just go to Daily Nation and you can be able to read the full article. But in a nutshell, it is just talking about how off-plan projects have these people who come and scam others and pretend move from one company to the other. Instead of them trying to see what the problem is and fixing the problem, all they do is rebrand and come back and do another scam. Rebrand, come back and do another scam. And to me, what was really, really surprising was to come and learn that from the land, these people come and negotiate with the land seller when they do not have money. Guys, they don't have money. Good people, they don't have money. Imagine, you're coming to buy land from Gladys and you don't have the money to buy the land. You're coming to sell a dream. You're coming to sell, what is it called? Like a vision. I visualize here, Why am I even going far? Did I open it? Let me see if I did. I think I did open on let me look for it. I think I had put up, let me find it. I had pulled up the whole, let me show you how the project was supposed to look like. So imagine if they come to a land, they're coming to somebody buying land and they are telling them they have this plan, The plan is to build 38 units and it's diaspora women who will just be, and you see, they're targeting people who are easily, maybe even that's why they targeted women. Just sad. Targeted women because we can easily be, swayed and moved, and they can easily convince us. I didn't even tell you guys. I don't think I even want to go to the other projects that they have. Remember, they also have other projects. They have the apartments. Sukari Heights. Oh, this one, okay. Looks like they did not do the video. I don't have the video here. I don't have the video there. But let me show you guys. Look at this. Beautiful.
Certified Home presents to you Sukari Heights, developed by Certified Homes, is magnificently designed, luxurious, and executive residence offering world-class lifestyle.
Luxurious.
Sukari Heights is located in the most exclusive Kahawa Sukari neighborhood, just 15 minutes drive from Nairobi CBD and 20 minutes drive to JKIA. The location of these homes avails a short commute to work using an easy transport network, a large choice of dining and entertainment options. Designed to be the finest expression of world-class finishes, Sukari Heights is a rare opportunity to reside in one of the most exclusive addresses in Nairobi. As a resident, you will have access to lifestyle amenities including shopping center, gym, spa.
So if you're being .ke. So let me ask you, if you're the land seller, you're the one selling the land, and I, Gladys, come with that in mind. You know what? This is going to be Sukari Heights, and it's going to be, is it 7? Are they 7 stories? I don't know how many units. And however much your land is going for, don't worry. Once we just start the project like this, the down payment we're getting from each unit will pay. And by the time we're halfway constructing, finished paying the land. If you're the land seller, will you refuse? That is what these guys do. They come with beautiful virtual ideas telling you that they are going to do something. And then you, as the land seller, you accept and they start paying slowly. That is why you see on that letter, it is alleged that the land is not completely finished to be paid off. Because you see, it's easy when you're making a promise before you start. And then once you start the project, you realize, you know what? Materials are expensive. That is now when you're talking about inflation. Yet, the whole purpose of off-plan is supposed to be, that is how it is. I'm not saying that they're doing it wrong, but it was surprising to me that even the land, most off-plans, the land is not paid off. That somebody is coming to just sell a dream, pretty much. It's just a dream, and then it just becomes a dream. Because if you don't have money, if you're giving your money to somebody who is not a smart investor, is not a smart business person, of course they're going to misappropriate the funds. Do you know how many times we saw Peter Nyaga in the name of selling projects was abroad? Do you know how many times we saw that? If it was not Dubai, it's Europe. If it's not Europe, it's somewhere else. Selling the land. I bet I can count the number of times we had that he was in where the projects were being done. He's left it to his foreman, he's left it to his manager, and he's jetted off the country to continue selling the land. And that's just how these projects end up not going through. Because you're starting a project in Sukari Heights, people have started paying, and then immediately he's going to a different place to do the same thing. He's in Diani doing the same thing. Money is coming in, but the projects are not moving. Yeah. The projects are not moving. Yep. So for me, if you ask me, Gladys, I am so glad the Nation newspaper put out the article and told people, you know what? These are the faces behind the buying, the land buying and home buying scams. These are the faces of the scammers. And I'm going to repeat their names again. These are the faces of the scammers. And it's not alleged. These are the faces of the scammers. It's not about being alleged. No. These are people who have scammed people, who have sold people dreams, who have come in the name of they're going to finish properties and did not. Patrick Mochoki. The first one is this one is Patrick Mochoki. Oh, you guys, I'm trying to use the cursor, you can't even see. Patrick Mochoki of Mahiga Homes. Egidio Kinyanjui, Wilston Homes, who is also Banda Homes related. Peter Nyaga, Certified Homes, and also Mahiga Homes. These are the faces of the scammers, and so many others. These are just not the only ones. That's the sad part. These are just not the only ones. There are so many land sellers, or rather home selling companies in Kenya that target diaspora. And you know what they do? They make sure they come to every event in diaspora. Either they come or they send representatives to come and sell the project. Like, honestly, it is so sad. Just sad. Just sad. They come and they make sure they are targeting people. Yeah. So when I saw this article today in the Daily Nation, I was happy to see it. And I was so glad that at least somebody is trying to talk about it. People need to be aware. I think I even saw a post somebody saying, oh, but you guys, you're just coming and nothing is going to be done. No. Let us speak about it. Let us speak about it. People are like, but how does making news help people scammed get compensated or get their buildings completed? They just restructure their companies under a new name and the game continues with new players. I agree with that. But my purpose and point of even doing it on my YouTube channel today is that you guys be aware that, you know what? These companies are just after your money and they will not deliver the projects. I am a victim. I am a victim of Certified Homes. My unit is still sitting, not complete. They have no water. We don't have a sewer system. The roads are not done. And there's no electricity. I took up my own project when it was after they've already done, like, they didn't even have doors. And I decided, you know what, I need to do it. I don't want him to do, because I had already seen how he's doing the finishings. I'm like, no, I'll do my own finishings. So I've already saved Peter Nyaga money by doing that. But still, my unit has no water, no electricity, no sewer system, no running toilet. And you even saw on one of the videos, I wish I stopped and showed you how the pipes are like laying on top of the ground. And somebody wants the newspaper to apologize. Please, guys. Like, for how long? For how long are we going to continue like this? Yes, Kenya is a third world country, but it doesn't mean that now people just do whatever they want. We have laws for a purpose. We were told, you know what, you guys, sign your petitions through. There was a land thing. We did that. But guess what? Nothing was done. Nothing was done. But for him to now come and say that he wants the newspaper to apologize, that it's an allegation, that it's some 2-3 people that are disgruntled investors, Peter Nyaga, shame on you. Please, just stop. Stop. On all my videos, I tell him that. I'm like, Peter Nyaga, stop lying to people. And just, this story could have already ended a long time ago if we could have already have finished everything and delivered the units. But here we are. Here we are, June of 2025, still talking about the same thing. I remember I started talking about this on my Facebook page almost like, what, 2023? I think it was about 2023. And here we are now. Here we are now still talking about the same thing. Like it's so ridiculous. Honestly, it's so ridiculous. The units that are complete, or even if the people who haven't finished paying, they have a reason as to why. Because the money was misappropriated. You sell. How about you, Piranyaga? Sell your properties and then complete ours. How about then you do that? If you have a property, that is. Yeah. This is the situation. And unfortunately, when it comes to off-plan properties in Kenya, it is just a headache. And being in diaspora, we want to develop our country. But now, when you have the likes of, and these are just not the only ones, like I said, these are not the only ones. These are not the only companies. No. There are so many. The likes of Patrick Mochoki, and I'm going to say their names again because I need you guys to just stay away, be aware. Patrick Mochoki, Ejiado Kinyanjui, Piranyaga. And there are so many companies. Trust me, there are so many. I remember I talked even about a different one some time back, still on my YouTube channel, when I did a live about it. And I said one day I'll come and talk about my own experience. Now, this is my own experience. And I'm sorry if I'm coming out to be sounding so harsh, but it's just the frustration. You guys have no idea. The frustration. Because now we'll still be forced to spend more money in order to finish the project. Because clearly, Peter Nyaga will not do it. If now he's asking the newspaper to apologize for something that he clearly is doing wrong about, is so wrong. Just so wrong in every way. Been talking for almost an hour. Yeah. It's a sad situation, guys. It's a completely sad situation. And yeah. Yep. So once more, those are the faces behind the scams. And it is sad. It is so sad that they want people. Nation media, please. There's no apology. No apology, please. No apology needed. You guys did good. You guys did good. I appreciate you showing the faces of these scammers. I appreciate you doing that. Anyway, if you have any questions or concerns, please, you can put them on the messages. I will come back and respond to them. Otherwise, Yeah. Let's take a breath, Gladys. Yeah. And we will not stop developing our country because of such hiccups. We will still do, because we believe in changing our country to be what we want it to be. They say change, be the change you want to see. Don't complain about, oh, Kenya is not all that, but you're not doing any change. So be the change that you want to see. And that's why for me, I'm like, you know what? I cannot stop investing just because I've come and fallen victim of one Peter Nyaga certified homes. I will still do that. Hi, Andrew Senior. Hi. How are you today? Have you fallen victim of any scam of any type? I don't think there's anyone in diaspora who has not. I don't think there's anyone in diaspora who has not. Yeah, you're right. Hope is on the way for Kenya. It is. Just that I just wish it would come sooner. Because imagine if it stopped with Mahiga Homes, certified homes could not have come to be. Because Peter Nyaga was in Mahiga Homes. If it stopped then, certified homes could not be. But we will make sure one Peter Nyaga will not do that to anyone else. It is so sad. Just sad. I remember one lady came and said, and so many other people. It's not to say that if somebody is working a lesser job, they're working a lesser paying job, they're working more. But can you imagine a single mom working as a CNA, coming up with 5.5 and then being scammed? You know? It pains me, honestly. It pains me so much. Pains me. And to see that now he wants these people to apologize. Nah. We are done being managed. We are done with the stories. I keep saying, for us, all we want to see is just action. Just act. Don't talk. It's like when you keep disciplining your child, you're like, you know what, now don't tell me you're gonna do. I just need to see that you're a changed person. So same thing here. I wish Peter Nyaga would just stop with the apologies and just come out and be like, you know what, guys, I don't have that much, but this is the much I can do. There we can understand. But even now, it's just radio silence. Radio silence. He is, from when he came and told us, I promise you guys December. And I remember I asked him that. Personally, I asked him. I'm like, there's no way, Peter Nyaga. That was last year. I think that was last year, like October. Because I remember we were like 2 months into end of year. I'm like, there's no way in December you're going to have delivered these units. He's like, oh yeah, I got a loan and I'm going to deliver the units. So why are we still sitting here now? Where is the loan? Where is the loan? Scams come all the time through calls. But the scam for calls is even better. It's not 5.5 million. That's like now it's almost like $60,000. $60,000. Imagine, while approaching retirement. Yes, most of those women were targeting to have those homes as their retirement homes. Yes, that was the goal. most of these women were going to have the homes as their retirement homes. But here we are. Here we are. Here we are. So part of the article, let me just read a little bit of the article on the paper. The writings are so faint, even if I put it on the screen, you guys won't see it. So it says, Mr. Mochoki, the managing director of Mahiga Homes, admitted he collected money from clients who paid 5.5 million for a 3-bedroom house at the Rock Gardens 2 project in Ruiru. But he explained that the delay in delivery the homes is because the project was supposed to be a collective community gated investment. The questions you are raising are legitimate, but let me correct you in some areas. This was supposed to be a gated community sitting on 7 acres of land, housing 3 bedrooms, standard mansionette. A good number of clients paid in full, around 15 to 20 clients, but the majority never paid in full, so we would not continue. And it poses the question, if then you're starting a project, sawa, okay, fine. You're starting a project, you don't have enough money, then why are you starting the project again? Because you see, my understanding is off-plan projects are supposed to be the off-plan itself, they have money somewhere, like a bank, or they have collateral. Why wouldn't they even go to the bank with this project as collateral and get a loan? And then if somebody is not able to pay, then you simply sell it to somebody else and pay the bank. It's simple. Because you see, the excuse I keep hearing with these people, to me, does not make sense. If you're starting a project, then have it as collateral. What bank will not give you money if you already have collateral of such a magnitude? You're assuring the bank that each unit is 5.5, almost $60,000. That's 5.5 Kenya shillings, 1,000 Kenya shillings. Right? Am I wrong? So that's what Mochoki gave the excuse for. Mr. Mochoki told Daily Nation, but the buyers argued this is not the case. This was supposed to be a controlled development, developed and delivered to a client as an individual level. We were supposed to pay 5.5 million Kenya shillings for a standard 3-bedroom house sitting on a 50 by 100 foot plot. Miss Matthew countered. A copy of an agreement signed with Mahiga Homes, seen by Daily Nation, indicated a house was to be handed over after completing the payment. And that is exactly what each contract says, that you pay, and upon completion of your payment, you get your completed unit. Where? A copy of an agreement, okay, I said that already, and assuming about 20 people fully paid for the project, as Mr. Mochoki said, Mahiga Homes pocketed 11 million. 11 million. Can somebody do the math for me? I like to see this math. Let's just assume the exchange rate is $130. Okay? So 11 million iko na 06, si ndio? Jesus. No. Did I say 11? I didn't say 11. 110 million. Did I say 11? 110 million. My calculator is even about to break. 111 million Kenya shillings. Somebody keeps calling me. I'll call them. Times 130. Yeah, my calculator broke. It's not even doing it. It's giving me an error. It's giving me an error. Too many zeros. That is how much Mr. Mochoki collected from the project. Mahiga Homes. Today, the people who paid Mahiga Homes for houses in Rock Gardens 2 continue to lament in WhatsApp groups they have formed. The members are exploring, pulling together their resources to complete the project on their own. Elizabeth Wangari, Caroline Ongito, and Eda Wanjiku, Kenya, living in the US, also fell victims to a similar off-plan development. They had come across the project on Facebook, marketed by Certified Homes Limited, which is owned by Mr. Peter Nyaga, the one who scammed me too. Mr. Nyaga is a former executive of Mahiga Homes Limited. The three potential buyers informed the managing director of Certified Homes Limited they were interested in customizing off-plan gated estate called Kenya Women in the US. This project was exclusively for 3-bedroom houses, mainly targeting Kenya investors living in the US. In April 2022, the 3 women collectively paid 15.5 million, 5.5 million each. Later, and you wonder if it's coincidental that these 2 different projects owned by 2 different managers all are the same amount. You think it's a coincidence, or these people know each other? Of course they know each other. This is why it's important to have siblings around you to monitor. Even siblings peer, just same story. But you're right, Andrew, you're very right. You're very right. A lawyer should have been assisting that investment buyer. That's excessive compared to, right? In Kilimani. It's excessive. No, the 100 and whatever million was for all the 20 units or however many, like 30 units. It wasn't for one. No. It wasn't for one. It wasn't for one. It was for like the 30 something units. Anyway, the thing continues, and then it says the management of Certified Homes Limited countered that it is the duty of the buyer to carry out due diligence before appealing the signature of the sales agreement and blah, 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 blah. Let me see. No, let me read this. In April 2022, the 3 women collectively paid 15.5 million. Later, drama over the ownership tenure of the land on which Certified Home Limited was undertaking the project emerged. The land was leasehold. Yet, they had been convinced in the sale agreement it was freehold. On April 10, 2024, Ms. Wangari, Ms. Ongito, and Ms. Wanjiku moved to court seeking a refund. The case is still in court. The defendant is false pretense to the plaintiff, stated in the purported agreement for sale that they are the registered proprietors of 2 land titles, namely land referred number. So there were 2 owners on that land property. the units were to be finished in 1 month and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so Mr. Nyaga refused. And of course, you saw his statement saying that the newspaper should apologize to him. Since last year, when Daily Nation sent inquiries to Mr. Nyaga about the complaints from clients, there has been no response. This guy is rude. No response. Mr. William Kiama is another victim. He entered into an agreement with Nairobi-based Val Real Estate Limited to buy an off-plan apartment for 12 million. He paid 8 million for a 1-bedroom apartment in Westlands, Nairobi. Along the way, Val Real Estate Limited got another buyer for the same property for 14 million. The developer terminated the agreement with Mr. Kiama. Mr. Kiama asked for a refund, but the developer, can you all say with me? Of course, the developer did what? Refused to return the entire amount. $14 million Kenya shillings. Do you guys know how much 14 million is? If we again are going to assume that the exchange rate is 130, 14 million times 130, why is this thing refusing? $1.8. Default judgment? Maybe. 14 million. Anyway, so it's 14 million times 130. So that would be almost like 140 million Kenya shilling dollars. 14 million. So 140,000 or more. Right? Anyway. Yeah. Mr. Kiama went for arbitration seeking to remove the full amount punitive damage of 4 million, which were awarded, including a 16% commercial interest backwards on June 21st, 2021. When he entered then he got the entire refund. No, he did not get the entire refund. Anyway, guys, it's a long article, but it's just different stories, same script. Same script, different people. Yeah. I admit there is a big problem in the industry and most people are not honest. There are genuine concerns that have been brought to my attention both by local and diaspora buyers, and we have so far deregistered some companies from our association, just like the government has introduced strict measures on gambling, banning the use of celebrities and content creators to market gambling. The same should be extended to the real estate because the individuals never verify the authenticity of the companies they are marketing and are only there for money, Mr. Kinyanjui says. So that was the article from the Nation newspaper that I would honestly urge you all to read. Oh, thank you for supporting. That's Donna. Yeah, so the story, Donna, is basically about real estate companies in Kenya scamming diasporans, and they target diaspora. So you could easily be that, Donna. You could easily be a victim, because these companies come out and they show you beautiful, 3D videos and images of investments that they want to do. But when it comes to execution, hot air. Hot air. People have been scammed a lot of money, and it's so sad that even if you go to court, the cases just keep going and you spend more money, and arbitrations are so expensive. So, and they know that. These companies know that. These real estate companies know that. And that's why they do whatever they want, because they're like, they know if you want to take them to court, you're the one spending the money. They will not go to court. And you know how arbitration works? If we are to take certified homes to arbitration and he does not show up, we are the ones who are supposed to pay his legal fees. Yeah, we're supposed to pay his legal fees. Yeah, so yes, Donna. Be very careful. Be very, very careful. When you're buying any property in Kenya, make sure, if possible, you do it the traditional way. Go and buy land or property, ask the neighbors, ask the whole entire family if they are willing to sell. Just don't go and buy from one person. You cannot do that. And now, offset, the good thing about off-plan projects, they are cheap, but now they're becoming very expensive in terms of time and money, because now even for us, our projects are not complete. Yeah, projects are not complete. It's very, very corrupt. Very, very, like, corruption of the highest order. Like, I keep saying, every time I talk about this, I just get so worked up, because I know how much sweat and tears I have put into the project. And then now to come here 3 years later, the project now, it's what, 6 years, almost 5 years, and we still have nothing. Project not complete, and no communication so far from certified homes. So for me, my purpose, if anything, my purpose is just to create awareness now. I used to see videos of people complaining about how they've been scammed, but I never ever thought I would fall victim. Honestly, I never ever thought I'd fall victim. But here we are. So for me, if there would be anything, it's just for awareness now, that, you know what? And you see, when now we look at things in hindsight, we are like, we were so stupid. All we could have done is we could have been sending the money as we wait for the project to complete, to continue. But there's something about being so trusting. I think it was when, and then also the exchange rate. I blame it on two things. Being, living, and that's how come so many diasporans fall victim, because when we come, so not to say that everybody in Kenya is corrupt, but you have, you're aware of corruption, right? And then when you come to diaspora, when you come, to the US or Europe, wherever, you unlearn how to be somewhat like, talking your way out of things. You unlearn that. I unlearned so many things. I knew if my appointment is at a certain time, I have to make it at that time, because I'm not going to talk my way out of missing an appointment or doing anything. That's what I mean. So because now we become trusting, it's easy for you to forget that, you know what, you're dealing with somebody who might be corrupt, who might be a scammer. And then you just fall prey so easily. So easily. So that to me is the first point. And then the next one is the exchange rate. Anytime you have a little money and you're looking at the exchange rate and you're like, ooh, I could be saving this. I could be saving this. So if you have money and you're paying for something back home, most people look at the exchange rate and they're like, you know what, let me capitalize on the exchange rate and, get this done. So you're paying for something. And then when you come to realize, you're like, oh my goodness, I should just have waited. I should just have waited and not pay the full amount until I can see where my money is going. So I personally blame it on those two factors, being trusting and the exchange rate, because I finished paying for it like 5-6 months in advance. And it's funny that, the trusting part of me was not looking at, hold on, Gladys, like, why don't you wait until the more the project continues, the more you're paying slowly by slowly. No, I was done by it like months in advance. Sometimes even doing double payments in a month, doing 2 payments in a month, or a payment and a half. Andrew says someone in authority ought to have been informed when dealing with 2 titles. Right? Imagine 2 titles. Or you find 2 titles, or some have an issue of 1 unit, 2 owners. It's a messy situation. Like, honestly. And you know what the easiest thing is? Guys, the easiest thing is, now in hindsight, we look and we are like, you know what? It could have been so simple for us to do the project ourselves. We just look for a foreman, we look for a contractor, we look for everybody who needs to do the construction, and then do it ourselves. Because we did not honestly need certified homes. He didn't have even the money to begin with. Peter Nyaga did not have the money, clearly. It was our money that he was using. Yeah. It was our money. So, anywho, that is my rant for the day. I am grateful for all of you listening. My purpose, like I said, is for awareness. Guys, be very careful of any land buying, property buying. And please check out the Nation newspaper in Kenya article. I think I'll post the article. I'll post the article down here so you guys can see it. I'll just put the link on the bottom so you can read the article on your own. Otherwise, yeah, I feel like I have accomplished my purpose. And let's woosah, breathe. And as we wind off, are you from Africa? Yes, I am. I am from Kenya. I'm Kenyan originally, yes. I am from Kenya in Africa. So I'm very grateful for all of you watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And check out my other stuff. I do a lot of cooking, traveling, family vlogs. I rarely do these kind of videos, but like I said, I need to create awareness because, yeah, this cannot be continuing in the 21st century. I do not. Really? Okay. I didn't know that. I don't sound Kenyan. Okay. I did not know that. But yeah, I am 100% Kenyan by blood, by birth, by everything. Yeah. Thank you so much, you all, for coming. Dax, Donna, Andrew, Senior TV. I think Nairobi Teacher was here earlier. And Meka Mosoti. And if I've forgotten anyone else, I know people have been coming in passing, and everybody else will come and watch after. I'm very grateful for you coming and watching the video. And please just spread awareness, spread the awareness of anything you're investing in, especially in Kenya, in Africa. Be very careful, honestly. Like, be very careful. Be very careful. Like, I cannot stress that enough. I cannot stress that enough. Be very careful, because it is, yeah, it's very easy for you to be scammed. Like, being scammed in Kenya is like the order of the day. It's like a rite of passage, a passage of initiation. Imagine that. I remember one person saying that one time. They're like, you know what? If you've never been scammed, then you're yet to be scammed, because it's a rite of passage. So imagine. So as we wind off, I'm very grateful for all of you to just, take your time to watch the video. And if there's one thing you could do for me, is just please spread awareness and be careful, because these people, all they do, you've seen, like I said, all they do is rebranding. Yeah. So I'm trying to find something here, but I can't see it. Okay, looks like it will not do it. So anyway, let's raise awareness. Yes, for sure. Health of persons' impact is of concern. Yes, Andrew. Yes. And just be careful, honestly, good people. Like, people don't care. People take your money and they don't care. Like, it's, oh my God, I could continue. I don't want to continue raising my blood pressure. And yeah, I shall come back and we shall do more of this. Otherwise, thank you. Until the next one, guys, I shall be back with this same topic with more stories, because I've come across so many stories, and all we can do is just create awareness and just, don't fall victim. Please do not fall victim of these guys. Okay, good people. Yeah, because do you know, even in family, I've had so many stories, but yeah. Anywho, let me go. I think it's almost an hour now and some minutes into the video. If you're coming in right now, you can watch from the beginning. Otherwise, I'm very grateful. Thank you so much for watching, and that's all from me today. Be good and stay healthy. Keep hydrating and eating healthy. Okay, good people? Bye from me. Ciao. Kwaheri. Ciao. Bye-bye. All right, we shall end it there. Do I even remember how to end it? I do. Anywho. Bye. could have forgotten how to end it. I haven't come. Okay, let's see. Okay, remove from stage. Guys, don't laugh at me. How do I end this StreamYard? I guess maybe it's Live Studio. Okay, bye guys.